You did not record all that we were just discussing about Bruce Banner? What the fuck, Joe?
Damn it, Joe.
I think that was the intro.
Damn it,
Holy shit.
Hi, I'm Joe.
And I'm Lauren.
And we are
The
NeuroNerds.
Yes, that was on time.
I feel pretty good about that.
NeuroNerds.
So by the way,
do you guys hear this rage? We just discussed this amazing theory of what we think happened, why Hulk wasn't showing up beyond the other theories that are out there. And he didn't record any of it.
Now, if I had the time stone, I'd be able to check it out. Nope, I can't. I don't. Yeah.
You are not Doctor Strange, so just stop.
No.
Just stop.
No. But, so Avengers, right?
Ah.
So I really think it was kind of a Thanos movie. It was a Thanos origin story.
It was very, very fast paced. Yes, I think they handled well and juggled having so many huge superhero names. They did it well. Awesome. But it really did feel the main character that we were following was Thanos.
All right, and I know you hate him.
No.
He took your dude.
I don't. I can recognize as a writer that they did well with him, and he's a good villain.
I don't know about you. I felt bad for him.
I felt conflicted about him, which is what you want as a writer. Is you want your audience to feel something beyond, he's evil, so I have to not like him.
Right, and what makes an incredible villain is the fact that he thinks he's right, and he thought he was right.
Yeah,
and if you think about it, was he really wrong?
But he's a zealot.
Mm-hmm.
He's a zealot. That's why he's called the Mad Titan, because his ideology or his idea is dogmatic, and he believes that his is the only solution. And as was it strange? You said, "Congratulations, you're a prophet."
Yeah.
Right. And so oftentimes, prophets, religion, zealot. Like extremist. He was an extremist. There was no other solution than the death of. What was it? What was the movie where it's like, Ozymandias, Watchmen, right? Where he's like, you're going to kill millions to save billions. So here is Thanos' idea. Let's kill billions or trillions to save trillions. Like, I get it, but
it's rough. But I did appreciate that he was like, no. It's basically a lottery. It's not like, well, all the rich, smart, well-off people, they're excluded. It's just gonna kill all the poor people. He's like poor, rich, president, homeless, like everybody. It's everybody is up. It's anybody could go. So it's literally it's the luck of the draw of 50% of the population to just be gone.
So if we have him representing that kind of ideology, right, where it's like what's Spock's line? The good of the many, the something of the many
outweighs
the benefit of the few, or something like that, right? Like the many outweigh the few. Mm-hmm. So if we're assigning that to Thanos, that's where he's at, right? So then the opposite end is, again, who is the moral compass of the Avengers? Captain America.
Yes.
We don't trade lives.
No.
So right there, right there you have your two competing ideologies that are going on in the movie. I'm borrowing very heavily from Wisecrack's video. I'm just putting it out there. I love Wisecrack. They have great videos on YouTube. But you have these two competing theories. And what I kind of like, though, like we're talking about Thanos and we're saying like you sympathize or you at least understand with him, is you are watching this at the same time and like they're refusing to give up Vision and destroy the Mind Stone. And you're like, but why? It would save the world, right?
Right.
And so you're kind of sitting there. You're like, no, I love Vision and I love the Avengers. But you're like, what the fuck, dude? Just kill him, right? Like what is one life? Right? For millions.
One life is everything.
Right? And so you had these two feelings where you have like Thanos' view where it's exactly that, where it's like one life, like killing one person is totally worth the greater number. So for him, it's not one person, it's half the universe.
Right.
But it's still killing the few to save the many. Whereas you had the Avengers and you have Captain America on the other side saying, no, every life is valuable and every life is worth saving.
Unless you're Peter Quill. Unless you're Star-Lord.
Okay, I'm going to put this out there before we start like destroying what happened there, destroying Star-Lord, because there are a lot of Star-Lord fans. I know he's cool. It's Chris Pratt.
I can justify it.
No. So, what it is again, he's lost everyone who's ever meant anything to him.
Everyone. He's lost his planet.
Yeah, his planet, his mother, Yondu.
His surrogate father in Yondu.
Yeah, his douchebag dad, God.
And he found out, oh, wow, I have a dad. This is awesome. All the things that I feel like I'm missing. And then you find out, oh, wait, you're a villain and you're the one that killed my mother.
Right.
That's rough.
And then on top of that, then he feels like he's losing his friends, right? Because they now are fanboys of Thor, the pirate angel, right? Which, very well done, guys. Very, very well done. We do like the fawning over the Thor. But, you know, in that moment where it really did become, we need to finish this and kill Thanos. Everyone is involved in trying to kill Thanos. You have Doctor Strange keeping whatever the red energy is, trying to not close the hand. You have Tony and Peter, little Peter, Spider-Man, trying to pull the gauntlet off. You have Mantis on top of Thanos, like keeping him
at bay.
Under. And you have, not Batista, Drax, holding his leg down. Everyone is doing their part. Except for Peter Quill.
Yeah, and he's just talking shit.
And Nebula. And where was Nebula during that? Was she off to the side?
I don't know.
Nebula was doing something. But he gets distracted with the knowledge that Gamora's dead. And it's like, it's like, oh, the personal, like the individual thing. It was the individual versus the collective there. And they... Peter Quill.
Now
we get it, but...
Are we chalking this up to Peter Quill is just a dick? Right? Or are we chalking this up to like, what a beautiful love story?
Oh,
like
hell
that's such a beautiful thing.
Not where I'm at. I'm like, you cost me Bucky.
I don't know.
You cost me Bucky.
He did.
I don't think you understand. Guys, my two favorites are dead.
Aww.
And one's coming back, but the other's not.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
except for maybe a flashback or like a force ghost.
Oh, so here are the theories. So for anyone who does, everybody should go see this movie several times. I've already seen it a handful of times. So everyone, my theory initially, here's my theory going in.
Okay.
Everybody's gonna die.
Agreed.
Everyone was gonna die.
Agreed.
And then Doctor Strange with the time stone was gonna bring everybody back. That was my initial theory. Then
you saw the movie.
Only half of the people died.
And not the half we thought. Like everyone, if you go back and listen to some of our episodes, we were predicting like people who had contracts up were going to die.
Yeah.
The main cast were
Thor,
going to die.
Iron Man,
Captain
Cap,
America.
those guys are all dead. Nope.
No, they survived. What the fuck? I mean, good job, Marvel. Good job, Russos, because everyone was demanding, like, make the deaths mean something.
Right.
Yeah, you just devastated the audience, which thank you, but
oh my gosh,
you.
I've never been at any Marvel movie where, like, you're waiting for the post-credit scenes. It was dead silent. Like, nobody was talking. There's always like, oh, like, people are talking, oh, yeah. There was nothing. It was so uncomfortable. There was nothing except for Lauren's tears. That's all that was there.
Guys, I cried the entire movie, except anytime like Peter Quill was on.
So I'm not a marshmallow. I fancy myself like, you know, I'm like a man's man. I drink beer.
This is the first like comic book movie I've ever cried in.
Is it?
Yeah.
I find that hard to believe.
No. This really was like, I was surprised how much I was crying.
So like, but I'm also a man in that I do cry.
Yeah.
I cry at stuff because I am a man.
Yeah.
I almost cried because of the pain I felt in my arm because Lauren was squeezing it so hard.
Yeah, I was so stressed because again, I had seen a spoiler 3 days after it was released because someone on Instagram had posted it and did not like, you know, some people were like, they posted like multiple photos in one post. So it was like the first thing said spoiler alert. So you could avoid that.
Oh, you dick.
No, but this person didn't. And so I was like, oh, okay, Loki dies.
So he's like a buddy of mine, ex-friend because of all this stupid shit. I'll explain why.
Okay, no, let's not.
No.
No, let's not.
This dude, it was a spoiler guy.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know where you thought I was going.
Yeah, I thought it was this really long story.
No,
Short
super
story,
quick.
spoiler guy.
So these are two other movies I'll spoil, but you should have seen Forrest Gump and you should have seen The Sixth Sense. If not, spoiler alert, I guess. So I'm getting ready to go see Forrest Gump, and he's like, "Oh my God, you're gonna be so sad when you find out Jenny has AIDS."
Oh my God.
What are you doing? So that sucked
and then
enough.
Sixth Sense, what he told you? Oh yeah, Bruce Willis is actually dead.
He's like, dude, it's gonna blow your mind when you realize like he's been dead the whole time. I was like, what in the what is happening? So I'm not a big fan of spoilers.
Yeah.
So anything that's spoiled for me, it just kind of like spoils it.
So again, it was spoiled for me, and I was trying really hard not to get a spoiler. But so I was like, oh, okay, I can prepare myself to see like Bucky die. And
no matter how much she prepared herself, it didn't work.
I was so stressed. I knew who was gonna die. I didn't, and I kind of knew when. Like I knew Loki died in the beginning, and I knew everyone died at the very end. I was so stressed out.
They first showed Bucky, which is awesome. It's like an awesome moment. He hugs Cap. Lauren was so anxious. She was like,
oh, no. When Bucky and Steve hugged, I think I was smacking you because I was like,
no,
yes.
I did catch a beating, and then she said, that hug should have lasted longer.
Yes. I was like, there should have been a kiss in there or something.
Okay, no, there shouldn't have.
But in an interview, they did say this was not the first time Cap and Bucky had seen each other since Bucky had woken up. That's why it wasn't like a prolonged, like, oh my God, I missed you, like
and
you're
Lauren's
alive.
Fan fiction kicks in.
Hell yeah. I don't write Avengers fan fiction. I just really read a lot.
I'm sure you will. It's going to be X-rated too.
No.
I'm going to be so uncomfortable.
You're already uncomfortable.
So my theory initially, everybody's going to die. Doctor Strange is going to like bring them back. That didn't happen.
No.
Thanos snaps his fingers. Half of the universe is gone. Half of like the world's gone. Half of the Avengers are gone. So my theory now is everybody that died before the snap is dead.
Yes.
They're not coming back.
Like Loki.
Sorry, dude. Heimdall. Sorry, dude.
Yeah. They couldn't afford Idris Elba for more.
No, but they didn't really do much with his character. I always thought he was dope. He should have been like super awesome. He wasn't. He was, he was acceptable.
He was underused.
Absolutely. So that was kind of like the Warriors 3. Yeah. They just died so unceremoniously.
Yeah,
in Ragnarok.
where was Lady Sif, by the way? On Earth somewhere.
She apparently didn't survive the snap.
Oh, is that the?
Yeah, the Russos came out and they were like, "Oh yeah, that chick's dead."
Oh wow.
So that's one of my theories. So like my theory now is everybody after the snap, they're coming back.
Okay.
With the exception of Gamora, because she died before the snap, but I think she's coming back because I think her soul is trapped in the Soul Stone itself.
I agree. And when I saw that, I was like, I told Joe this morning, right before we recorded, I was like, I have a weird theory. And I haven't checked to see if anyone else has seen this theory. I said, what if some of the souls, like whoever the bearers were of some of these stones, what if they're trapped in their stones as well? So like, what if Vision is trapped in the Mind Stone? What if Doctor Strange is trapped in the Time Stone?
Right, because they spent so much time with these stones.
Yeah, and I was like, maybe Loki's trapped inside.
No, Loki's dead. That dude's dead.
It's okay. That theory doesn't quite work.
Oh, I also have a theory too. Like, what if the Russos actually had the stones to keep everybody dead? Right? So nobody's coming back. And people are like, well, of course, Black Panther's coming back. His movie made $1 billion.
Unless it's about Shuri.
Right. His movie made $1 billion. He has another movie. They've already announced it. Spider-Man, there's no way they're not $1 billion movie. They already announced another movie. So like, there's no way they're not bringing them back. I'm like, but what if they were just
Miles
like, you know what?
Gwen, Spider-Gwen?
Where they already talked about alternate universes and the multiverse. So what if they go Miles Morales? What if they go Spider-Gwen? What if they do something outlandish, right?
That would suck.
What if Shuri takes over the mantle of Black Panther? What if Sylvester Stallone's version of the Guardians of the Galaxy that you saw in the post-credit scene in Guardians 2, what if they decide to follow that team in the next Guardians movie? Because it's a revolving roster.
Now,
right?
how horribly devastated would you be if Benedict Cumberbatch did not come back as Doctor Strange? That follows your theory.
That's a weird noise I just made, but that was genuine.
But then who's going to take over Captain America if both Sam and Bucky are dead?
Both Sam and Bucky did die, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Rocket. I mean, Rabbit.
Oh, Rabbit. I thought that
cute.
was the best.
I'll tell you another little twisting, because people were like wondering forever. There were so many fan theories of who Peter Dinklage was going to play.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's going to be Pip the Troll. And I was like, that's kind of mean. You got like the dopest dwarf actor like in the history of like cinema, and you're going to make him like a dwarf? They did. They made him a dwarf, not Pip the Troll. They made him a dwarf, but they made him a giant dwarf.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was so cool. He was so huge.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Man, that dude's got a lot of head too. He's got a lot on his mind.
Yeah. And a lot of hair too.
Seriously.
One of the things I really did appreciate from this movie, and a lot of people have commented, is they really, if not character developed, but they really embrace the idea that Thor is a god. Yes. I'm also pulling this out as well, that Loki said something to Thanos where he said, you will never be a god. Mm-hmm. And so someone's theory was like, oh, the ultimate showdown in the next movie is going to be between like Tony Stark's character and Thanos, and that's going to be like the two main combatants.
Thanos beat the shit out of Tony
but
Stark.
like that's where the change is going to happen, or that's going to be the big character development arcs going on.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I'm like, I think it's got to be Thor. Not only is he the physical equal, but Thor is a god.
Right.
And Thanos, at least in this movie, is wielding the power of a god. Again, his murder spree is not to satisfy the goddess of death or to satisfy Hela or death it personified. It is this quote unquote altruistic utilitarian kind of like.
Right. It's to bring balance to the universe.
Right. And so he's wielding the power of a god, and he feels like it's this duty upon him. He's selfless. He's doing this for the betterment of everyone else, and he has sacrificed so much.
Oh my gosh, that sounds exactly like Thanos.
Right?
That's a great Josh Brolin.
Oh, thank you. I did love Josh Brolin, but that was really, I think Thor, how they really like finally utilized him as a god. Like he's a god.
He's a god. He's a god of thunder. He's not like the Prince of Thunder.
No.
So what's
and Loki's the god of mischief.
He is the god of mischief. So what's crazy is at the end of Ragnarok when Thor like got his like upgrade, kind of, it was awesome. It was really big. All I was thinking is, oh, they're gonna retcon his powers. They're gonna like bring him down. They're gonna like dial it down a little bit because he can't be like that powerful.
Or like Mjolnir's gonna pop up again. Like, oh, it's all Mjolnir doing it.
Holy shit! Did they not do that?
Stormbreaker
came out and like he went full on God of Thunder.
Yeah,
and he was so powerful. He was epic on screen. It looked amazing. He was the pirate angel.
Yes, he was.
He was great.
It was amazing.
I did have a little bit of issue with Stormbreaker. Number one, Stormbreaker is Beta Ray Bill's weapon.
Okay.
That's number one. Okay. Number two, why is it so big? He looks like when he's like mobbing around with his giant axe, he just looks like a little kid with like his dad's baseball bat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I had less of a problem with that. I was like, whatever. He needed something.
He did.
If they were going to give him a weapon other than his fists and some lightning,
but they could have given him the different axe, Yarn Bjorn. That was like the other Thor's axe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, I saw someone comment that they turned Thor into Raiden, and I was like, oh, that is pretty funny, right?
That is pretty funny. Oh wow.
So they had to give him something for him not to be Raiden.
Oh, but he was so good.
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth really did really well in this movie. It was awesome.
It was, but Thanos is right. He should have aimed for the head.
Yes. Oh my God, he was going. Okay, but think about that, right? He went for the heart.
He did.
Right. He went for the heart because what did he tear out of Thor? His heart.
Aww.
Like Thor said, he had what else could he lose? And he said he was 1,500 years old, right? Yeah. Now, to break all our hearts even more, someone did the math, right? Because they said, how long do Asgardians live? Give or take 5,000 years.
Oh, wow.
They did the math. At 1,500 years old, Thor is like 23, 24 years old.
Oh, he's a baby.
Yeah, so imagine Loki is even younger than that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So like he's a little baby brother.
Yeah.
Aww.
So
that gives us some weird perspective.
Right? For like acting out and like teenage angst. Like that's Loki. Loki was a fucking teenager.
Yeah, he just had a century's worth of teenage angst.
Yeah. And so moving beyond that, right? So this movie was also about loss and life and personal loss, right? And so like in order for Thanos to get the Soul Stone, right? He sacrificed the one thing he loved.
Love that
right?
scene.
And Gamora was assured that Thanos loved nothing. And it was a surprise to her, of course, that Thanos loved her.
Yeah.
And because like none of us would be like, Thanos is incapable of love. Well, unfortunately, he wasn't.
He really loved her. That's what's crazy. Like I almost felt bad. I know it sounds weird, but like I felt bad for Thanos. Like I also kind of
I called it. Like I knew that had to happen.
I didn't feel bad for Gamora,
the way they were setting it up.
But I for a second I was like, dude, why are you laughing at him? Like because I felt bad for Thanos, and she was like, ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
You can't have what you want. Ha 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 ha. And then I was like, oh you're gonna die. Yeah. She's laughing at him because he's crying, and then like Red Skull was like, the tears aren't for him.
Yeah, that was
like,
awesome.
Oh, he's gonna kill the shit out of her right now, and he did, and it sucked.
Yeah, and then if you look at everyone else who died, right? So let's now address the deaths, right? The traumatic deaths that everyone lost.
Aww.
Every main Avenger that's still there, or associated Avenger, like Okoye, something like that, they all lost their world, their universe, their future.
Oh, Okoye, that was crazy.
I think she did the best. Her and Tony had like the best reactions.
Michonne is everything. Yeah, she's a goddess.
She's amazing. And so, what did she lose? Right? She lost her king, her reason for living, her reason for her profession. And if you think about it, she is his personal bodyguard. Yeah, she's the general.
She's part of the Dora Milaje. Her entire life is to protect him.
Is to give her life for his. And then he disappeared.
Oh, and there's absolutely nothing that she could have done. Like the helpless look on her face. Oh, the look of shock, but it was the shock and awe, but also just helpless. Like, what's happening? Mm-hmm. What can I do? I can't. I literally can't do anything. Captain America, when Bucky okay, it's okay. It's okay.
I have to talk about this. Okay, guys.
When he just dropped down and like there wasn't anything to grab.
I'm gonna make it worse. I'm gonna make it worse right now. So someone pointed out, okay, when Bucky died the first time, or when he fell off the train, he was screaming and falling off the train, right? Mm-hmm. And terrified. You could, the way Sebastian Stan acted it. He knew he was falling off the damn train.
Right.
Screaming, crying.
He knew he was some time.
He knew he was going to die.
Right.
Right. Here, as he's now a whole person again, or whole person, reunited with Steve. Right.
Right.
His last word is Steve's name as a whisper. Oh. And then he disappears. Right. Oh. So the first, and imagine for Steve what's going on too. His entire arc, his entire life since he met Bucky, it's been him and Bucky, right? Yeah. And it doesn't matter if you ship them or not.
Yeah, but Bucky's his ride or die bitch.
Yeah, Bucky is his, if you think about it, platonically as well, it's his soulmate.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Shared life experiences.
It's his, it's his partner in every facet.
In every sense of the word. And they have gone through so much, 70 years of brainwashing, 70 years of ice, more brain issues, trying to kill each other, right. Steve defying the world and literally for Bucky and throwing away his mantle and his purpose and his quote unquote identity that he's had for so many years that he took on in the first place to save Bucky from the Hydra camp,
right?
At Manzano in the first movie.
Yeah, he stopped acting. Because he was acting like Captain America?
Right.
Like he was doing the plays?
So that's the only reason that he did it was for Bucky.
Gosh, I got to rewatch that movie. It was awesome.
Yeah, when you rewatch it, it's amazing. And Bucky disappeared. So his whole purpose in life, the whole reason he did anything, the whole reason he had left him. And Chris Evans did a good job. I really wish they had more, but, Marvel, keeping it no homo. There was this look of absolute confusion and unrealness, where he touched the ashes and he was like, wait, what's going on?
Can I give you another fan theory that I was reading?
What?
Okay, so what if they just disappear, right? They all disappeared.
Yeah.
And they're dead, half the universe. But what if they disappear out of everything? No, they just never existed. So the look of confusion is, why am I here?
No.
What am I doing?
No,
it's a theory.
My God,
and it makes you look at those scenes differently. So the look of confusion and hurt, it could just be a look of, why am I here?
Who is this? What is this?
What's going on?
Oh no, my heart.
Right?
Oh, my feels.
It's weird, right? It's I don't know if I believe that theory.
Oh God.
But it's there.
That's awful.
Just throwing that out there.
Ugh.
So I'm a man. I cry because I am a man. I cried when Spider-Man vanished.
Oh, that hurt. Okay.
And so apparently two of the things that he said.
No, before you get to that, let's take it back why it hurts even more. Okay. What was the discussion that Tony and Pepper were having?
Oh,
Tony dreamt that he was going to have a child.
And this was his surrogate kid.
And it is because Tony became, at least in the MCU, Peter Parker's surrogate father.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And so, and acknowledging, and Tony even said all he wants to do is keep Peter safe.
Yeah.
Right? And so, go ahead. And now make that even worse.
Oh, it does make it so much worse. The look of hurt and panic in Iron Man's face when he saw Spider-Man on the spaceship, where he was like, dude, what are you doing here? And then later on, Peter was just I don't feel so good. And then
the realization that dawned on Robert Downey Jr.'s face.
Right. What they were saying also too is the fact that like he didn't feel so good is because he has a spider sense. You know, everybody else is just like, oh shit, I'm disappearing.
Yeah.
He ahead of time was like, I don't feel so good. And then when he was like, I don't want to go.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh my God.
Because that was a father-son thing and there was nothing Tony could do. Tony, since he met Peter Parker, has been trying to help him to keep him safe, giving him suits, giving him education.
And he's there in his hands. In his arms, disappearing. And there's no more helpless feeling than, you know, he had the exact same feeling that Okoye had. Yeah. Like, I'm helpless. And he's holding him and he's disappearing. And I just lost it when Peter is like looking up at him and he said, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's devastated.
Oh, he's like, oh, I'm sorry. It's like, dude, Spider-Man, you couldn't have done anything. But you're apologizing? Oh.
I will just, thinking of that scene, I can refute that theory you had about them not knowing what happened. Mm-hmm. Nebula and Tony had a conversation afterwards. Yeah, so
that's right.
They acknowledged that they're all gone. So, anyways, next death, that was, I think, also tragic, but at the same time, it was Wanda.
Oh, yeah.
So she's trying to kill Vision. So she's in love with Vision, right? She's finally they're in love. So she's willing to kill, she's not willing. She ends up having to kill Vision, right? They kept saying it shouldn't be you, but it is. So she actually kills Vision, right? And what does Thanos do? Brings him back. So she sees the man she killed, the man she loves, brought back to life, killed again in front of her. Right?
Oh,
right.
Horrible.
So that's horrible. And so when you see her, when she's just kind of sitting over Vision's empty husk, right? And she's disappearing, you see this look of almost like relief on her face that she's dying.
Can I tell you, I'm almost glad that happened.
Why?
Because if not, in the comics, like House of M and some of the others, she goes nuts.
Yeah.
And she splits realities. I think at some point she split Earth in half.
She's so powerful. That's the other thing. She was underused.
She is. She's an Omega level mutant. Yeah. So she can literally split the world in half. She can bring like different realities.
Yeah.
So she can kind of like bridge the gaps of some of that. She doesn't need the reality stone to like bend reality. She can do it herself.
I actually would like to see her go head to head as like against Thanos.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
That'd been awesome. But yeah, so here she is where she literally lost her world. So, and then she's dying and she's like, oh, good, I'm dead.
Yeah. I think she was just like, yeah, this has been too much. I saw my brother die. That sucked. I fell in love with an android.
I had to kill my lover.
I had to kill this android, and then he came back to life, and then I had to watch him die again. Oh, this is just too much.
Yeah, like I was like, okay.
I've been putting on this horrible foreign accent for like 3 movies. I just can't do it anymore. I gotta go hang out with my billionaire sisters.
Next one, whose death, which was made worse when you listen to the post-film interviews, was Groot.
Oh.
So Groot and Rocket were paired up.
More weird noises coming out of me.
Right, all his whimpers. So again, Groot is dying, right? He's disappearing, and here comes Rocket.
A second
death. And here comes Rocket, like, no, stay here. And Groot says, I am Groot. So, but in the interview, someone said, what was Groot's last words? And the last words were,
he called Rocket Dad.
Oh, so Rocket is also paralleling Tony and Peter.
Damn it.
Because Rocket lost his son. Man, and Rocket never had a family.
This movie gives me those things. What do you call them? Feelings. It gives me feelings. Oh,
like
those
your
rough.
cold, dead heart.
So you remember when Groot saved the Guardians and like he like did that thing like
and
around
says,
them?
We are Groot.
We are Groot. That was dope. So like that scene, it was like crazy emotional because Rocket was like, Groot, you don't have to do this.
Yeah.
And he's like, we are Groot.
So he's also lost Groot twice.
Oh, so
And the second time
rough.
He wasn't Groot's friend, he was Groot's parental figure.
Oh, absolutely. Because he helped him from this little
sapling.
Yeah, this little sapling. Oh, Doctor Strange, like he died, and I was like, yeah, you gave away the town. So
well, he I think he saw that Tony had to survive.
For everybody that's bitching about, man, Doctor Strange just gave it up like a bitch. I don't want to hear that.
He said there was one reality that
he went through, was it 14 million 5,000 and 5 realities. Okay. It's a lot of different realities. And he went into the future, saw all the different possibilities. And he said, well, out of all of those, how many times did we win? And he said once. So clearly him handing Thanos the time stone to save Tony Stark was the one possible way that they were going to be able to beat him.
Yeah, because he said he would do anything to protect the stone.
Anything.
So he was willing to protect the stone with his own life as well. So
not only that, with the lives of everybody else.
Right, with the entire
kid,
universe.
He's like, hey, the kid and you, I'll let you guys die. I don't care.
So he was going to do whatever it took. And so he lost his own life, right? His universe. Who else
Sherlock.
Died? Who else died?
Did you notice that anytime it was Benedict Cumberbatch or a Doctor Strange Iron Man scene, it was Sherlock talking to Sherlock?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
It was like big screen, little screen Sherlock talking to each other. I thought it was awesome. And they had the exact same facial hair.
Yeah.
Can I tell you, it was really uncomfortable for me? So you remember when they were on the ship and like they were kind of arguing and Tony Stark kind of got up in his face?
Yeah.
And they were literally looking eye to eye? Bullshit.
Oh yeah, because Robert Downey Jr.
is like 5'9".
He was standing on a box.
Cumberbatch is like 6'4".
Yeah, he was standing on a box.
But somehow they're eye to eye. I get it. If I'm making $75 million a movie, I'm like, hey, get
me a box.
Give me this Apple crate.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to stand on that. So, I do think, you know how you said that like Thor, when Thor is gonna like, he has the might to like fight Thanos.
Yeah.
True. But I think Iron Man is going to be the one that it has to be him to kill him.
It's his plan. Okay.
It has to be because it's like this whole MCU.
Correct.
It
all started
him.
With Robert Downey Jr. And like a video I was watching pointed out, his character is the most that needs that redemptive arc.
Oh, yeah.
Right? From warmonger, weapons dealer, narcissist, selfish,
billionaire, playboy philanthropist.
Nope, not a philanthropist then. Right? And then so to complete that character arc, it has to be Tony.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It has to be.
It does.
But I'm trying to think who else died at the moment. I can't think that's like a significant death.
Well, yeah. There was a bunch of not significant deaths. I'm really happy that M'Baku didn't die. I love that dude.
I know. In the middle of the movie, he's doing the chant. I'm like, shut up. I'm like, one, you're not part of Wakanda. Okay. I
am absolutely part of Wakanda.
No, you are not part of Wakanda.
And Wakanda forever.
I'm like, no, you don't live in Wakanda. They wouldn't let you in. You'd be a colonizer.
I'm Puerto Rican, man.
You're not Afro-Latino.
Okay, ass sleep. I'm his black ass homie. So
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, where else are we going?
Wait, who else died? Well, all the Guardians, basically.
Yeah, and that was like, well, again, I don't have any real personal attachment to the Guardians, so I was like, okay, whatever, they're dead.
I love the Guardians.
I was happy Peter Quill died. I was like, yeah, you deserve that.
That was kind of a bummer, but then I was like, it's your fault, Dick. You deserved it.
Yeah.
Then the post-credit scene.
Well, yeah, but we already talked about that.
We lost Maria Hill and
Samuel
Jackson.
You know what? I kind of felt bad. I was like, damn, Sam, that was so shitty. He died with no one knowing where he was. That sucked. Rhodey was looking for him. And he died in like anonymity, like in silence and alone. I was like, oh my God, Sam.
That's a bummer. You know what I'm really excited about? I'm really excited to see like how they tie in Ant-Man and the Wasp.
And Hawkeye. Where's Hawkeye? God damn it.
Turning into Ronin.
I know. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, obviously, because there was such a social media outcry about where's the love for Hawkeye, especially. I mean, Ant-Man, cool, but he's not an Avenger.
Well, it might be in this world. The Olympics might be on, and like he's an archer. He might be like in his events in Barcelona. No. I don't know where's the Olympics taking place. I don't know.
But yeah, so and I mean, they mentioned them that like that.
Yeah, because of family.
Yeah, of course, fine. They took a deal. So that means they got to be involved in the next movie. They got to be part of how they're going to fix this.
Yeah, especially Hawkeye, because Ant-Man, okay, we already know like his movie is he could have been in the quantum realm. Right. Like when all that happened. So
but Clint Barton is an Avenger from day one. He's from Thor. Like he was in Thor.
He shoots arrows.
Shut up.
How do you know I wasn't saying that positively?
Because you said it snidely.
No, it could have been motivating.
You had a tone.
It could have been like
you had a tone. Anyways,
he had a bazooka. That's the exact same way, right?
Anyways, so I'm like, who else? Did anyone else die? I think that was everyone.
I think that
of
was
any
it.
Of like the significant like main cast.
Yeah, I feel it's just, okay. So I also think that Vision. I don't think he's dead. I think he's on a hard drive somewhere because
Shuri did something.
She did something. So she was like working with all kinds of stuff, and then at the last second, she did something before she grabbed her Panther gauntlet and like shot Corvus Glaive.
Yeah.
Before she did that, she was like pop, 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 and I think she saved him to like a hard drive somewhere. So
yeah, that actually is a very good point.
I think he's coming. I think he's coming.
Vision,
I think he's coming back.
Maybe Vision without his powers.
Yeah, his powers are unreal. Unreal. Maybe like they'll retcon some of his powers because like he could be unstoppable.
Yeah, and then again we were talking about, so everyone somehow some sort of reality is going to be bent, some time's going to be bent, something they're going to bring everyone back, especially with some of the photos and behind the scenes clips that have kind of come out where it looks like alternate reality. Captain America back in his 1940s showgirl.
He's rocking the red boots and the onesie.
Yeah.
The unitard.
So I kind of see this like they're whoever's going back or slipping through parallel universes and pulling maybe the Avengers from different parallel universes.
So that was actually my theory before I saw the movie, because I saw some of the set photos of Infinity War, and Robert Downey Jr. had the arc reactor in his chest. And I was like, oh, so that's where I came up with my theory. They're all going to die, and then Doctor Strange is going to bring him back with a time stone. He'll go to the past and bring back Iron Man before he got rid of his arc reactor.
Yeah.
Turns out the arc reactor was just full
of mobile suit.
Yeah, it was full. It was nanotech.
Yeah.
It was the bleeding edge suit.
That was
like,
a hot, sexy suit.
That was really cool.
That was a sexy suit.
I really enjoyed that. So, but having Captain America with his shield in his unitard with his red boots and Iron Man with the actual arc reactor in his chest. Clearly
the round one.
Yeah, clearly they go back in time.
Or, like I'm saying, it's an alternate reality.
Yeah.
Or parallel universe. Like, it's not, because what if they actually can't go back in time, but they can, like a multiverse?
Oh, that's
like,
right.
Was it Stargate where they have, like, the mirror where you can change the control and it goes to a different universe?
It could be like DC's Infinite Earths.
Something. Yeah, they go and they're recruiting, like, maybe it's Captain Marvel who recruits.
I hope they have Huey Lewis so they can go back in time. I love that song. No? You're not impressed with my...
No, not impressed.
Gonna go back in time.
Not impressed.
So, Captain Marvel at the post-credit scene, like with if anybody doesn't know who Captain Marvel is, she's dope. She's basically Marvel's
You know
Superman.
why she's not that dope?
Why is she not that dope?
Because Rogue absorbs her.
That sounds sensual. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, Rogue beats her.
Not Anna Paquin, like real Rogue.
That's why I'm like, can we get Rogue instead?
Yeah, well, it has to be like
I
know.
I know.
Oh, so like you know how they haven't named the next Avengers movie?
Yeah, that because they said it's a spoiler.
Yeah, I really they said it was a spoiler for this movie though. Like, what could it be? I don't think it was a spoiler for this movie. I think it's for like the universe moving forward.
No. They said they can't reveal the next Avengers movie name because it spoils that movie.
Avengers Mutants.
I mean, it could be.
No,
I don't know. I don't know unless it's like Time Force.
Check it out. Avengers Come the Conqueror. They could bring King the Conqueror.
No.
I love King the Conqueror.
I'm like, so what's your theory? Do you have any, we've been discussing this. Do we have any theories about anyone else though? Like the craziest one I saw was that Loki's still alive as Hulk.
That dude's dead.
That's
weird.
That's weird.
That's weird.
I do agree that Bruce Banner's character was off and it was weird.
But he was in outer space for 2 years.
Yeah, but I mean,
and not just that, he was in outer space for 2 years as the Hulk.
True. So yeah, so the popular theory is that Loki is Hulk. I don't think it's real.
I spent a huge chunk of a year antisocial and depressed and kind of stuck in my own room and apartment and didn't like associate with a lot of people. I got really weird.
That is true.
Like when I started talking to people again, I was like, oh, I'm super socially awkward.
Yeah,
and that's only after like a couple months.
Yeah.
Let alone like 2 years.
Stuck in someone else's body.
Exactly.
That's a good point.
So that might be that.
Was there anyone else in the film that was missing? Any main people?
Not main people. Okay. I mean, the biggest missing one was Hawkeye, obviously. Yeah. I think the most important missing person is Ant-Man.
I don't.
What?
I think Hawkeye is more important. What? To the storyline.
Yeah, but what can
he's
Hawkeye,
an Avenger.
Yeah, but what can he really do? Ant-Man, on the other hand, Ant-Man can actually go into the quantum realm.
I'm not talking about powers-wise. I'm talking about through the MCU arc.
Well, yeah, but it's not just powers. It's just like what he can do. Like even
why is Natasha there? I mean, she is a super soldier, but why is she there?
Because she beat the shit out of Proxima
that
Midnight.
Was awesome.
She was great. That they're having like all the women, like fight.
I was like,
that was awesome.
Ladies doing it for themselves.
Yeah, you had a Scarlet Witch, Okoye, and Black Widow fight. I was awesome.
I will say I would have liked a little bit of explanation of why her hair was blonde, other than like they were laying low.
They were on the run.
Are they really on the run when Captain America is wearing his torn up super suit?
He had to get ready for battle.
I know, but that's not exactly laying low.
You know, and also he had a beard.
That was true. That was a hot. He looked really good.
Yeah,
really strong daddy vibes.
Oh my god, that looks like Captain. That's Captain. Oh wait a minute, he has a beard. No, it's not Captain America. It's just some dude.
What is his beard now? The Clark Kent's glasses. It is obviously Chris Evans. Like you don't go around saying, "I wonder if that's Chris Evans," except when he has his pedo stash for the play. It's a little much.
They were seeing him, and they'll see him like walking in. They're like, "Oh my god, it's the Human Torch."
That's funny. Ooh, what if they bring the Fantastic Four?
That's my theory. I honestly think that after Avengers 4, it changes the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, right?
It's phase 2.
It's out with the old, it's in with the new, which is cool, I guess.
But Michael B. Jordan can't be two people.
No, that Fantastic Four was awful.
I'm like, he can't be Killmonger.
So I joke, like every time I heard like, the new Fantastic Four movie, it's water trash. Like it's such a bad movie. All I kept thinking, it can't be that bad. Like I saw the trailer, it was weird. It can't be that bad. It's worse. It's worse than you think. As bad as you think it is, it's significantly worse than that. I can't explain how terrible this movie is. So please go out and watch it. Really. Like I love horrible movies. I'll watch it again. I actually prefer the Roger Corman Avengers movie. Oh no, Fantastic Four movie. You know about that one? To keep the rights to the Fantastic Four, they had to make a movie within a certain amount of time. So they had like 8 months before the rights reverted back. So they had to just make a movie. So they gave him, I think it was like $50,000, and they're like, go make a movie. The thing looks like he's made of sponge. The effects are horrible. I enjoyed that more than I did the new Fantastic Four movie.
Wow.
It's so bad. So anyways, at the end of the next Avengers movie, I really feel that they're going to like change the universe. I think they're going to bring in King the Conqueror, maybe. I think they might bring in Galactus because they're going to go cosmic. That's all they've been talking about.
Right.
The next stage in Marvel movies is cosmic.
Wait, wasn't there talks about Fox and Disney making a deal?
Yeah, it's working out right now.
So if they get it, they're going to get the X-Men.
Exactly. So if they can't, it's still a year away from completion. The movie isn't coming out for like over a year.
Yeah.
Right? So from here until then, who knows? Maybe we're gonna get Wolverine up in there.
They can't. No, don't recast it.
They have to though.
No.
They have to.
No, I know, but like they don't have to. Can they bring a new hero? It doesn't have to be Wolverine again.
Yeah, but Wolverine is it. I love Wolverine.
Well, so do I, but he is Hugh Jackman in my head.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, he'll be in Deadpool, I think, before he's in the MCU.
Because that would be like recasting Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man with a younger version. Like you can't do that.
That'd be weird.
Yeah, you can't. That's how iconic.
Well, they're gonna have to do that too.
Why?
Because he's out.
Yeah, so they're not gonna have Iron Man.
They will. They're gonna bring him back.
No, freaking Tom Holland is Iron Spider at this point. Like that's the new Iron Man.
By the way, the Iron Spider suit, really cool.
That was pretty cool.
I'm so happy that they went all in and they brought out like the arms.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
He's like, hey, what are those?
Yeah.
What are those? He didn't do that. Yeah. But yeah, that was awesome. I'm pretty excited about that.
I did love Have you guys seen that really old movie, Aliens?
That was great. He was like, no more pop culture references for you, kid.
Yeah.
Epic movie. Lauren cried
a lot. Hurt
my arm.
Yes.
She cried more.
Yes.
Incredible movie. I think everybody should go out and see it several times.
Yes.
If anybody
bring tissues.
Oh yeah. If anybody has any theories or thoughts, feel free, reach out to us. Let us know what they are. If anybody wants to agree with all of my theories, because they're correct.
Okay.
Let me know.
Okay.
I think they're all correct.
If anyone wants to talk about like the epic love stories that should have happened, Stucky.
Winter Soldier and Captain America should not be together.
Why not?
They should be together in battle.
And bed.
No, he loves it. It
is 2018. They can be married.
And that's fine. Let him marry some other dude, not each other.
Why not?
Because Cap should be with Peggy Carter.
She's dead.
She is.
She's really dead.
She is. So
he should pine for the rest of his life?
Yes, he should.
For that woman he knew for a few weeks, months versus a man he's been with since childhood?
It meant different things back then.
What if she was a beard because he was in love with Bucky?
Wow, you're really into this fan fiction.
Yes, I am.
No. I just don't I don't see them as a compatible couple. I see him more being compatible with
if you say
Sam.
Who?
What do you mean?
Who
Cap.
more compatible?
Cap. Like they're like boys.
Yeah, it's okay. That's more bromance than it is like actual romance.
No,
yes.
I think Winter Soldier and him is more bromance.
No,
sure.
definitely. They're bros. Like
with like Sam Wilson, he's like, hey, you want some milk in your coffee?
Well, like, so before we finish, in the comic books, the Winter Soldier and the Black Widow, he trained her. They had a relationship in like the 60s or the 70s, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would be down for a menage a trois.
Oh my God.
Like Bucky, Steve, and Natasha. That's hot. They can be in a polyamorous relationship. There you go. Open marriage.
There is. I think we should all sit down in therapy because this is coming from somewhere. Who hurt you?
They're dead.
Oh my God. I don't doubt that. That's what's crazy.
There's bodies
that
and
could
they're
actually
buried.
be a thing. If I look in your trunk, I really think there's just going to be a collection of like people's kneecaps. It's just so. Actually,
it's like 8-inch stilettos and golden wings.
Are other people's feet still attached to them?
No, because I wouldn't keep that. I don't need trophies. If I have trophies, they can pin the murders on me.
Wow. Yeah. See?
Don't keep trophies, y'all.
Yeah.
Or if you are.
We saw Dexter. Don't
no,
do that.
I was going to say, if you are, go by way of Hannibal Lecter. Eat them.
Oh my God. This show just went left.
All right, let's finish before I get any more incriminating.
So
I really have not murdered anyone, guys. So don't use this as evidence.
She's like, I totally haven't murdered anybody that you can prove. So
shut up.
Avengers, amazing. This is the tail end of Stroke Awareness Month. Yes. Again, I'm very well aware of having a stroke because I had one.
I almost had one from all the feels.
She really did. I almost had another one from lack of blood going to my body because she was squeezing my arm so hard.
Nah, man up. Sexist Saturday.
I tried. There's weird noises again. Let us know your theories. NeuroNerds, we're always here to help. Feel free to reach out to us at neuronerds.com, at NeuroNerds on Instagram.
And if you're having feels, it's okay. Just share your feels with us.
It is.
Share the feels. That'll keep you healthy. Keep your blood pressure low.
It is. Talk to us. Follow Lauren at Lauren L. Manzano. Follow me at Joso Rocks because I so do. And let's chit chat. Let's talk about the future of the MCU because I'm very excited about that. Oh man, my inner nerd is all the way out for this movie.
And you know what? If you're not, just read all the fan fiction. It's okay. There's so many fix-it fanfics.
Also, DC, step your game up.
Definitely.
This is how you do an ensemble movie.
Yes,
with
done well.
Secondary characters for the most part. A lot of them because they don't have like their main roster of like X-Men, Fantastic Four. A lot of those guys, they just don't have the rights to. DC, you have all of your guys. You have everybody. You own all of them. Somehow, some way, you made Justice League average at best. Somehow you made Superman versus Batman boring. I don't understand.
The only good movie y'all have is Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman was dope.
Yes, that's the only one you have going for you.
And I was hater at the beginning. I'm not even gonna lie, but she won me over.
So step your game up, guys.
Have your own Thanos and give him one of these. Get rid of all those other movies and start fresh.
All right, guys. Peace out.
NeuroNerds, we're here to help. We love you guys. And just like that, we're out.